need to know about approaching severe weather. WHIO.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Who is this guy?
He's a local boy.
His name is Todd. He's a talker.
You know, like on the radio?
I mean, for entertainment.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I hereby declare this day to be Snow Day.
The temperatures are low. Why are they so very low? It is a polar vortex. A what? Polar vortex. Oh. Polar vortex. Eh? Polar vortex. Yeah. Polar vortex. Polar vortex. Oh yes. Polar vortex. Yeah. Polar vortex. Polar vortex. I need some Gore-Tex. You're freezing my body, my face, and my cortex. Polar vortex. You are not my buddy. I will give you the finger, but it's hiding in my snuggie. Polar vortex. Go away. Polar vortex. I do not like you. Polar vortex. Why are you here? Polar vortex. I hate you. What? Polar vortex. You are freezing. You're causing much coughing, much sneezing. Polar vortex. I do not crave you, but if you was on the plate, I would microwave you. Polar vortex. You are so cold. Polar vortex. You make it very hot. Polar vortex. Your temperatures are low. Polar vortex. You suck it.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, typically 5 to 7, but it is a special Snowmageddon edition of the Evening Edge. Going on early, 3 to 6 this afternoon. Live stream is rolling on Facebook and YouTube. And I just have one question for you. Are you sick of it yet? Are you sick of it? It was an historic winter storm. The most snow ever dropped in a single period here in the Miami Valley. Broke the record from the blizzard back in 1978. Let's see, we've got some totals. Oh, by the way, I want to talk to the Edgeheads throughout the Miami Valley. I know you are far and wide. And I'd like to get your take on the snow in your area because not all areas got the same amount of snow. Some conditions are worse in others than others. So I'd like to get your eyewitness reports. Remember, years and years ago, we hired in air quotes, correspondents. Evening Edge correspondents throughout the Miami Valley, different cities, different towns, different villages. And I had a lot of people call up and say, I will be your correspondent. I will give you reports. I will, you're being called into action right now. You're being called up. So wherever you might be, I'd like to hear from you. 937-457-1290 with, what you're looking at. Are you completely snowed in? Yesterday, I got the snow blower out, and I made pretty quick work of the driveway and the sidewalks. It was about an hour, and was taken care of. And I knew, when I started blowing the snow, I knew that, I didn't get the tape measure out, but it was at least 14 inches. And I live right on the border of Beaver Creek and Riverside, and Beaver Creek was the top snow getter. 14.4 inches. This from the National Weather Service. So, but that was great. So I took care of it yesterday. And then when I walked out to my driveway today, the road crew, God bless the road crew. Those guys and gals are working so hard, and it's hard to keep up. But they plowed the road, my street, and a bunch of the snow ended up at the end of my driveway, as with all my neighbors. And I would say that it was probably now higher than it was yesterday when I snow blowed it or blew it. I don't know. But anyway, I got it taken care of, and here I am. I'm here in the studio, safe and sound. It really wasn't that difficult of a drive coming in. I do have a four-wheel drive vehicle, but I came down Linden to Woodman to Patterson to Route 48, and it was fairly clear. I mean, you can't go speeding down the road, though I did see some people try that. It wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad at all. Now, the cold is just crazy. Stay inside if you can. But I'd love to hear from the edgeheads out there. And oh, good, the lines are filling up. Some things to think about. I came up with a bunch of sort of snow day related questions. So ponder these. What TV streaming show are you binging right now? My wife has gone back and started watching The Good Wife. What is the perfect snowy day comfort food or meal? Last night, Mary made chicken and noodles, homemade chicken and noodles, and I brought some for lunch today. It was fantastic. What did you panic buy that made 0 sense? What's worst snow driving move you've seen on the road today if you are out? I saw one person blew by me, and this is always annoying. We were coming down 48. I was coming down 48 from Oakwood Kettering, and as I was approaching the station, you could see right there on 48 one lane going in each direction. Right, like there was people were just following the single path, but somebody on the right thought, well, there's 2 lanes here, so I'm just going to use that lane. But what they didn't see is down the road, the plowed snow had sort of not made it all the way on to the side of the street, into that median area. So they had to cut me off in order to save their vehicle from running into the drift. But that was kind of a stupid move. And if you're out right now, what is the dumbest errand you're attempting to complete? Did you run out of Cheez-It, beer, ice cream, whatever? 937-457-1290. All right, let's talk to Rick and Troy. Hey, Rick, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. So how are things up in Troy?
Well, I am a Walmart Spark driver, and I've been out all day yesterday, all day today. We got the parking lots have 25 and 30-foot snow piles in them. People driving like they're insane.
Yeah. That is crazy.
It's insane. I drive usually trips to West Milton, trips to Pleasant Hill, out in there, and the 4-wheel drivers just think they're bulletproof. Right.
Well, and I drive a 4-wheel drive, and I was just taking my time. I mean, I wasn't in any hurry. But the person that zipped by me on 48, I thought, where are you going, man? I mean, no place is open. I was coming up Linden, and I saw somebody try to pull into the McDonald's there just down from Carroll High School. And A, they got stuck in the entrance, and B, there were no cars at McDonald's. Nobody was there. They weren't open. And I couldn't understand how you couldn't see that before you pulled in there and got stuck. Same thing with the Dunkin', and it's like no place was open. So
nope, there's your sign.
Yeah, there's your sign. Thanks, Rick. Be careful out there, and keep up the good work, buddy. Quinn in Piqua. Hey, Quinn.
Todd, how are you?
I'm well. So what's happening in Piqua?
Well, we were out early this morning, took my wife to work. I got the day off, second day in a row. We got all the way there. They said, nope, store's going to be closed for the day.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of nice, I guess. Do you get paid, though?
She doesn't. I do.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, but no, the roads weren't terrible. They weren't great either. People, try to get out of the driveways, go over the snow plows and try to drive. We saw one person completely stuck. He wasn't going nowhere. He's half hanging out in the street, half hanging in the driveway.
Yeah.
So
yesterday when I was out snow blowing, a neighbor down the street, just in just like a little sedan, backs out of his driveway, and I don't know if he was going to go somewhere, but he backs out into the street and then proceeds to get stuck in the middle of the street. And this all took place in like 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm sitting there blowing the snow and thinking, now, I guess I could go help and push, but I got my own stuff to deal with here.
I started unburying the cars yesterday about midday. Just kept up with it throughout the day. And when the snow plow came through earlier on the street, didn't bury us in too bad. Now the people across the street from us, they're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, he managed to get back in, so it's not like I left my neighbor in peril, but I was just like, what are you doing? Where are you going? What's happening?
Yeah. People think that I'll just pack the snow down, I'll be able to get out. No, that's not how that works.
No, it's not. All right, man. Thanks for your call. Yep. Be safe up there. Jim in Springfield. Hey, Jim, what's shaking, man?
Well, I got a zip code report for you, 45505, basically Main Street, to East Springfield, was 14 and a half inches. 45506, which is south of Leffel, down toward the airport off of 68, was 16.9.
Oh, wow.
I drove DoorDash all day yesterday. I had the wild hair. I drove.
Wait. You were driving DoorDash yesterday?
From 7 o'clock to 5, my friend, and I made a lot of money. People were so generous.
Oh, wow.
And I ran into, like you said, and then they went level 3 about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
However, I had a McDonald's open for a while. I had Bob Evans. I did a lot of shopping, the Kroger's and the Myers. Had a couple stops I had to just park on what we call a main road and walk into the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But the money was so good.
Well, what was the biggest tip that you got?
The biggest tip I got yesterday was the order was actually $31 and they tipped me $40.
Wow, that's awesome. That's worth it.
I only got stuck one time, and that was like I was cracking up. I got stuck right in the middle of the street. Springfield's really bad right now. Besides all the housing developments, the plows can't get back in.
Right.
They're probably going to be shut down there and out in the country for about a week with this cold weather. But they're doing the best they can. But yeah, I got stuck right in the middle of the street, and I didn't get any help. I just prayed to God my car didn't jump and hit another car, but I got out of there.
Yeah.
But I just got up early and I just went out and made money.
Gotcha, Jim. Well, good job, man. Way to hang in there. I appreciate it. Thanks for your call. Be safe out there. If you'd like to comment, maybe you were out door dashing or lifting or Ubering or whatever, 937-457-1290. A couple more questions you might ponder as we deal with this snow situation. One, what food runs out first at your house during a snowstorm? Two, pet owners. Cute snow videos or total disaster? Luna and Lily are now just doing their business right there on the sidewalk because they are both shorter than the height of the snow. Snowblower at 6 a.m. When is it too early or too late to use a snowblower? And biggest storm flex. I love this one. Back in my day, blah, 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 blah. Back in your day, what did you do during a snowstorm?
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
T-double-D.
Double-L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
All right. Yeah, I did, Clinton, because that's what he typed up there. I knew it was you as soon as I heard your voice, but I just said, let's just move forward. Move forward. Tim, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. No, I'm just on early because of the snow. We decided to put me on and talk about the snow here in the area. Well, I'm glad. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, usually 5 to 7. Today it's a special edition, a Snowmageddon edition of the Evening Edge. 937-457-1290. I would like to encourage you to give us a call and let us know what the snow situation is in your neck of the woods. Give us a live report. What snacks have you run out of? Have you run out of beverages? Have you thought about going out? Have you even bothered to shovel yet? Now, there's a question. Do you shovel as the snow is coming down and do a little bit at a time? Or do you just wait until completely done and you just then go out and shovel? Yesterday I mentioned, I had the snow blower, so that was easy. It didn't take very long to do. But I knew the snow wasn't done yet. When I went out this morning, the snow had stopped. There was maybe an inch, if that. So I felt like I played it right. But I saw the people across the street from me. They were out like 2 times yesterday. And I saw them out this morning. So I'd just be curious if you have a strategy. And are the kids any help with the shoveling? Back in my day, when we would get snow, my dad was like, there's your job. Hit it. And I'm just curious if the kids today are out there doing that. Maybe you've had kids come to your door asking if they could shovel your driveway. What's the going cost, or what's the price? I mean, I think maybe back when I was a kid, it was like $10, something like that, $10, $20. We have a guy that cuts our lawn in the summertime, and he charges $50 a pop. And he comes out even in the wintertime to do snow removal. Now I've got my own blower, so his name's Jose. Jose does a great job, but he showed up when I was out dealing with the end of my driveway today because of the snow plow moving 200 tons of snow into the end of my driveway. But he showed up and he took care of the street, or the house across the street, lickety split, no problem. And I think he charges $50 for that. So maybe you've been hit up by some kids wanting to shovel your snow. What are they asking for, money-wise? Heather on the live stream says $60 and a Red Bull. Okay. Believe it or not, we had a car into a building over the weekend.
Start the car.
Your crashed car. In local news, a spectacular car crash. House car.
This actually happened on Friday, not technically the weekend, but I kind of feel like Friday, sort of the weekend. This happened down in Middletown, Butler County. We count Butler. It's one of our big hotbeds for listeners down there. Middletown Fire and Police responded Friday morning to a Verizon store after a car crashed into the front of the building. Yeah, I saw the damage. Just missed the swinging glass doors. Hit the brickage on the right side of it, but this was located at 3663 Town Boulevard. The store was not scheduled to open until noon. Don't know if they opened at all, but minor injuries are suspected, and the investigation continues. Probably just a case of somebody confusing the brake and the gas pedal. That's what always happens. I mean, almost every time there's an incident in front of a like a little strip mall kind of store, little businesses like that, somebody pulls up and they think they're hitting reverse to leave, then they hit the gas and then kaplow. So if you're keeping track for the year, that is number 11 for our yearly tally. 937-457-1290 is the number. A little bit later, we're going to have some guests on. Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney is going to be here, I think, a little bit after 4. And at some point during the afternoon, and I'm on until 6 o'clock today, we will be hearing from meteorologist Nick Dunn. And I've invited others to call in, personalities that you might know from WHIO. But I suspect that they're probably already 3 or 4 drinks into their evenings. They may or may not be calling. We'll see. But I'd love to hear from you wherever you might be here in the Miami Valley. Maybe you're out on the roads. Maybe you're an essential worker. You had to go into work today. What did you see out on the roads? Were you able to get out okay? Did you get stuck? I'd love to hear from you. 937-457-1290.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO. This
Yeah, I guess it really just depends all on the size of the driveway. I think the real key is, and I remember seeing this, is you have a little kid show up to your front door and they got a shovel and they say, "Hey, can I shovel your driveway?" And you feel for the kid and you go, "Okay, well, I'll give you $30 or whatever." And then the next thing you know, his older brother is out there with the snowblower and takes care of it in about 20 minutes. They wait until the snow melts before they plow. Yeah, I get that, or shovel. Wasn't that cool, Marcia? I thought that was pretty cool. That was actually Mary's idea, believe it or not. I mean, she's got great ideas. I don't know why anybody would be surprised, but I had an extra iPhone and I've never used the time lapse feature before, so I just set it up out back and pointed it out the door, and voila. Ah, Kelly, I love that. Paid him in game credits. Love it. I'll look now. Did I see the squirrel? Well, I see the guy on with the chickens. Oh, well, I saw that video, but I couldn't see what it was. I didn't. That poor squirrel. Huh. Poor guy. Oh, Clinton, by the way, happy belated birthday. Are you 50 yet? You're 50, aren't you? Awesome, Nick. That's fine. Cool. I appreciate that. Grumpy like he's 50. I know all about that grumpy 50. I've nearly perfected it. Well, that's fun. The air conditioning has just popped on here in the studio.
Currently activated. We'll break in whenever you need to know about approaching severe weather. WHIO.
Don't give me that politics, Jazz. It's not my racket.
People are tired of hearing nothing but doom and despair on the radio.
Everyone just relax, all right?
The problems of the world are not in my department.
Now who would like a cookie?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, typically 5 to 7, but today it's a special snow edition of the Evening Edge. I'm on 3 to 6, and good news, here in the talk studio, the AC has just kicked on. 937-457-1290 is our number. I'd love to hear from the Edgeheads out there, wherever you might be. What you're seeing, what you're doing. Are you surviving the Snowmageddon? What snacks have you run out of? Have you lifted the no pooping on the floor rule for the dogs? Yesterday, when it was really, really bad, Lily and Luna were not interested in going out. And Mary came inside and said, I'll clean it up. Like, okay, that's on you, sweetheart. 937-457-1290. Karen in Butler Township. Hey, Karen.
Hey, well, I just had to call in again.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I'll talk about the dogs first. I've got a little dog, and I did just a path. He don't want, he'll pee, but he don't want to do anything else. And I'll pull him back and say, you have to go or you're not going in the house. So finally he does. And
you convinced him. You convinced him otherwise. That's good.
Yeah. But what I called for, I just heard you talking about a wreck. In fact, I had the radio on. I was listening to Eric Erickson, and I thought, well, that's Todd Hollst. What's he doing on so early? But I thought, is there that many stupid drivers, or could any of them just say, well, I can say I drove into this place. I drove into this Verizon building. Are they all accidents, or do any of them could be these people thinking, oh, I can say I drove into this building?
Oh, you think they're doing it with the intent of trying to get a shout out on the show?
Well, it could be.
It could be.
I don't say everybody. That would be far and few between.
We could turn this into a
people driving into houses and
Karen,
and
we could
everything else that I don't know. That just came to my mind.
Karen, we could turn this into a TikTok challenge.
Well, I guess we could and get everybody's opinion on what they think about all these wrecks.
Now, let me ask you this. When it's a snowy day like this, what's your go-to snack?
Oh, my gosh. I've got so many. It's between ice cream, popcorn, Doritos, Tostitos, Cheetos.
Oh, my Lord.
I've got them all. So
wow.
If whatever I'm hungry for is what's my to-go snack.
Have you eaten them all yet?
Pretty much so. I'm going to have to go out and replenish before long, or I'm going to have one of these meltdowns.
Right. All right. Well, watch that diabetes, okay?
Well, it don't run in our family, and I don't have it, so I think I'm safe. But I'm the Michigan gal that we came home in over 20 inches.
Yeah, I got you.
Snow on the roads.
I got you.
So this is fun for me.
This is fun.
Gosh. They've got level 3 where they close our roads down. In the UP, they don't. If you can get out and go, you go.
Well, I appreciate your call, Karen. I really do. And she brings up a great point. These weather emergencies, and when they issue these, the level 3 is the big emergency. Level 1, roads are hazardous and blowing, drifting snow. Motorists are urged to use caution. Level 2, roadways are hazardous, could be some ice. Only those who feel it necessary to go out should be on the roads. Level 3, as she was referring to, all roads are closed to non-emergency personnel. No one should be driving during these conditions unless it's absolutely necessary to travel on a personal emergency exists. All employees should contact their employer to see if they should report to work. Those traveling on the roads may be subject to arrest. Has anybody actually been arrested for violating the no drive of the level 3? Every time we have a snowstorm like this and we get to that level, I hear these stories like, oh, it's level, you can't drive. Has anybody actually ever been stopped by law enforcement and asked, hey, we're under a level 3. Why are you out? I've never heard of that happening. It just seems like a baseless threat, but who knows? Maybe somebody is doing hard time for violating the level 3 snow emergency and driving in the snow. Mike in Eden, what's up, Mike?
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm well. What's shaking, my friend?
Hey, yeah, I've been. You just brought up the level 3 thing.
Yeah.
About 30 years ago, I lived over in Union City, Indiana, which is the other side of Greenville. I worked in Dayton.
Yeah.
And, they put a level 3 out, and I'm on the way home, and up at 36 and 127 in Greenville, sheriff's car pulls around in front of me, throws his lights on as I was making a turn there, and where are you going? I said, home. Where you been? Work. Where at? I said, Dayton. He goes, well, there's a level 3 out. If you have a problem or, get in an accident or something, he said, well, you can be cited, and I could cite you right now for being on the roads. I said, dude, I'm just going home.
Yeah, well, what are you supposed to do? Sleep at your job? I mean, come on.
Yeah, and he goes, I said, well, officer, I said, I don't want to be rude and sound crude or nothing. I said, but you're riding around in a Ford Crown Victoria, and I'm riding around in a 4-wheel drive truck. Who's a dummy here?
Yeah.
He snickered. He goes, well, be safe. He was nice about it, but I was like, peace,
Yeah,
but,
yeah. How are things in Eden?
Now, my dog's, I got a little miniature pincher, buries herself in this stuff, but I had to shovel her a couple of paths to go off the porch with, and my little lab, she's just a tad over a year old, about 85 pounds already, and she's loving this, man. I mean, you let her outside, you don't see her for a half hour. She's running all over the place, enjoying it.
That's I wish we kind of had dogs like that, but our dogs are just too prissy. They're just they're not interested in the snow. Their feet get cold. I remember one year Mary tried to get them little doggy boots.
Oh yeah.
That lasted all of about 5 minutes. That was was a disaster.
Yeah, mine are having a good time, but the big lab is the little one. She'll finally go out, but half the time you got to pick her up and toss her out.
Yeah, how much snow did you get? How many inches would you say?
We're sitting at about 17.
17 inches. Wow.
Yeah, it depends on where I go in the yard. Some spots I got 9 inches, other spots I got 18, 20 inches plus, and 2 foot plus drift, and then I got everything cleared out. And it's going around the yard. I'm going to call it 17.
Now they keep talking about the wind and these big snow drifts. I personally have not seen that yet. I'm sitting here in the studio looking out the window, and I don't see. It doesn't look like there's a heavy breeze or anything. Are you experiencing that where you are?
Oh, not right now. Yesterday, yeah, we did have and then Saturday, right as it was snowing real good. Yeah, we had it here. I live out on a farm, and it's all farmland around us. So,
okay. Yeah.
Wherever you had something that would stop at a tree line, a vehicle, I had probably over 2 foot, 2.5 foot on the roof of the truck and on the cover on the truck, and had to get all that off before I could go down the road today. And it just got too deep in a couple of spots in the driveway. I about stuck the truck, and I had my neighbor come down with his big Bobcat loader and clear the rest of the driveway out for me. So we help each other out here. You're out in the country.
Of course.
Somebody needs a hand. You help somebody out. You know?
All right, Mike. I appreciate you checking in. Be safe out there. Okay.
Y'all too. Be safe.
There you go. If you want to chat, 937-457-1290. Looking at some of these totals, this is from the National Weather Service. This was over the 2-day span of Saturday or Sunday and into today, and I guess also on Saturday. Beaver Creek, 14.4 inches. The Dayton International Airport between 12.4 and 13 inches. Now, my wife and I made a bet as to we both guessed on, what we thought the airport would get, because that's kind of the official. Oh, it's at the airport, right? That's the official amount, if you will. I guessed 9 and she guessed 7. So she owes me an ice cream cone at the Airline Dairy Cream up there by the airport. Downtown Dayton got 11.5 inches. Vandalia 14, Springboro 12.3, Inglewood 10.5, West Carrollton 10 inches. And again, these are just from the National Weather Service. There's probably going to be some folks in these areas that got more. But wherever they have their little, snow depth gauges set up, this is what they got. Huber Heights, 9.6, and Miamisburg, 9.5. Though I had somebody message me on Messenger that down in Miamisburg, they had 13 where they were at. So hard telling. But this snow that we had broke the record that was set back in 1978 during the blizzard. Remember that? The blizzard of 78. Well, Dalton, you don't remember that. You weren't. I mean, what? You're like 20, right? Yeah. But that was, and it was the same weekend, by the way, the same weekend. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that odd? Just, it's like it's the same dates, or close to the same dates, same weekend. Crazy. But 937-457-1290. If you'd like to talk about the snow in your neighborhood. Now, the big thing is that we've been talking about over the last few days is once we got through the snow, which we've done, we have this extreme cold that's going to last all weekend or all week and into the weekend. The snow is not going anywhere. It's not going to melt. It's just going to, blow around and drift. And you've been hearing us talk about that. But there are some warming centers that have opened up that are here in the Dayton area. The following recreation centers will operate as warming centers over the next few days. The Greater Dayton Recreation Center, 2021 West 3rd Street. Now, this could be very helpful because lots of times when the temperatures get this low, your HVAC system works harder and harder and harder. And if it's not up to snuff, it could go out. I mean, I saw this morning on my way in 2 or 3 HVAC commercial vehicles. I'm sure they were heading somewhere or coming from somewhere that needed HVAC work. So this could be helpful. You never know. You might be warm now. You might not be warm later. The Lowry Recreation Center at 2366 Glenarm Avenue and the Northwest Recreation Center. That's on Princeton Drive. Women and families who need additional shelter outside of the warming center's hours, because those centers I mentioned are only open 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you need additional shelter outside of that, those hours, women and families can go to the St. Vincent de Paul shelter on Apple Street, and men can go to the Homeful shelter on Gettysburg Avenue. So there are some options. But the big thing is, check on your neighbors, make sure everybody's okay, that they have what they need, that their heat is working, that they have water or whatever it might be, because this really is brutal. A lot of folks I've talked to today, this is just living in Ohio. That's just the way it is. To a degree, that's true, but this is pretty extreme. This is pretty extreme for us around here, especially with the cold weather lasting for as long as it's going to be lasting. So just check on your neighbors and your family and your friends and make sure everybody's safe. What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment. Fill it up, pump. Double D. H. Double L.
T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
This traffic report.
Oh boy, Marcia, that sounds amazing. That's one of my favorite meals.
With Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at evening@Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday. Typically 5 to 7. Today, 3 to 6. It's a special snow edition of the show. Somebody on the live stream just mentioned, they feel really bad for the postal workers today. Are they out actually delivering mail? I know at one time it used to be, it didn't matter what the weather was going to be, that the mailman would show up. I don't know if it's that way anymore. I feel like in extreme conditions, that's not the case. Though, on my way in today, I saw an Amazon worker trying to traipse through snow to make a delivery. And I would love to know what was inside the package, because this was, I'm not kidding, this looked like maybe a pack of cheese, like the size of cheese. I'm not saying it was cheese, but that's like the size of this package that this poor Amazon driver was trying to climb through the snow to deliver. And she just had this look of horror on her face, because she was really struggling to get through. She wasn't very tall to begin with. So when you're trying to walk through 1.5 feet of snow, and that comes up to your knees or above, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. So I don't know. I don't know if the mail is being delivered today. I mean, in my neighborhood, there are no sidewalks to walk on. Nobody's messing with those. Though when I went through Oakwood on my way in, not only were the sidewalks clear, I saw people jogging. People were running up Patterson, up the hill, there by that swimming pool, that recreation center where they got the tennis courts and the big park over there. So who knows if the mail's being delivered or not. 937-457-1290. So here are some questions. I'd love to hear from the Edgeheads. Coming up after 4 o'clock, we're supposed to have Austin Chaney, but we'll work in some calls. What shows are you streaming today? Or are you binging on? Is there one particular that you've been just stuck on all day? And how many episodes can you take before you have to turn it off? What is the perfect snowy day comfort food or meal? Mentioned earlier, last night, Mary made homemade chicken and noodles. Quality. Right there in the crock pot. And I brought some in for lunch today. And that's a great, cold, cozy meal. What did you panic buy that made 0 cents? That's a good one. Worst snow driving move you've seen on the road today, if you happen to be out. If you are out right now, what's the dumbest errand you're attempting? Is it of, consequential to life? Or is it just, you ran out of pastrami? I saw a guy on TV last night. What are you out tonight for? My wife wanted pastrami. What food runs out first at your house during a storm? Pet owners, are your dogs loving the snow, or is it just a nightmare? Let's see. Snowblower at 6 a.m. Is that too early? You think so? It's certainly too early for mowing the lawn. And we've had this discussion on the show before, because from time to time in the summertime, I have a neighbor whose lawn service comes over at the crack of dawn. Now, I will admit that I sleep a little bit late because I have different hours than like a regular 9 to 5 gig. But, I think any time before 8 a.m. is too early. But see, that's not the same as snow blowing your driveway. Because if you've got to get to work, you've got to do it. You can't really, you could put off cutting the lawn a couple of hours, right? But you can't necessarily do that with removing snow. If you have to be at work and there's no excuse, you got to do it. You got to do what you got to do. Do you prefer to shovel more often with less snow, or just wait until it's all done and then do it all at once, but with more snow? Biggest storm flex. I like this one. Back in my day, blah, blah, blah. What did you do back in your day when we had crazy snow like this? Did you go to school? Did you really? A lot of people think, I remember we used to go to, we had 10 inches of snow. And did you? Social media during snowstorms. This is a good one. Helpful info or panic machine? I tend to think it's panic machine. I've seen a lot of folks on social media who fancy themselves, or former meteorologists or former TV people, say, "Oh, you're blowing this all out of proportion." Blah 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 blah. No, we weren't. We got it right. And we had one guy say this earlier. I asked about the level 3 emergency. Have you ever been stopped while out driving during a level 3 snow emergency? He said somebody, I guess a sheriff's deputy, said, "Hey, what are you doing? Where are you going? Well, why are you out?" He said, I'm going home from work. What am I supposed to do? So have you ever been stopped for that? 937-457-1290. Coming up after 4 o'clock, scheduled to appear, Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney. He says he's going to stop down and chat a little bit about the snow and the cold and everything that we can expect. And I'm curious about this ground blizzard. Have you heard about this? A ground blizzard? Have we had any ground blizzards? I don't know. Not yet, but it's possible. What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Yeah. No, put him on hold. We'll get him lined up, and we can take calls with Austin. Yeah. Let me see. Nice, Leslie. Lovely. That's funny. Katie, I don't know. I mean, I don't think you need to worry about it, only because the snow's not melting. It's not going to be melting for a while. So as long as it's there's no debris, like tree limbs or anything like that, probably don't need to worry about it. It is a little bit, isn't it? Tina. Yeah. Yeah, just tell him I'll probably go to him. Just remind me. Yeah. I understand. So did I. When I go to him, you bring him up on the board. Will, I'm going to come to you about 10 after or so with a red alert. Susan, I'm on until 6. Money for nothing.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Expert brake repair you can trust. Make sure you can stop when you need to the most. Get a little peace of mind by making an appointment today with your trusted brake repair experts at GrismerTire.com.
The WHIO Storm Center is currently activated. We'll break in whenever you need to know about approaching severe weather.
WHIO.
I believe it's about that time.
Turn the radio on, Wayne. This is my friend, Todd.
He makes me laugh.
From Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, super!
What a crackpot. Would you please just listen?
Really fun, and it's free. Oh boy, this is great.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I'm talking big time, grade A quality snow.
You should say we might see some snow.
It's the first snow.
Snowplows left some snow across the street.
That's a lot of snow.
Eating snow takes more energy than it gives you.
All you can see is snow.
By the way, don't eat the yellow snow.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, typically 5 to 7, but today a special snow edition of the Evening Edge. Until 6 o'clock tonight. Want to talk to you, the edge heads out there, how you're dealing with the snow, what you've seen, how much snow did you get? Are you still hunkered down? Were you able to get out? Cabin fever, has it hit you yet? 937-457-1290. Scheduled to appear. He's supposed to be here shortly, but who knows what's going on down in the Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney is going to be here talking about the upcoming week. I want to talk to Will Harris real quick. Hey, Will, down there in the traffic center. So this is on this big traffic issue right now, 675. You said, is it southbound?
It's southbound, and it's just south of the Fairfield Road exit. It's near mile marker 17. And they have there's police cars blocking the lanes on southbound 75, and they're actually blocking the on-ramp from Fairfield Road onto 675. The accident is further south. I can't see that. I'm just seeing a bunch of stopped traffic.
Well, if you happen to be out in that traffic situation out on 675 southbound and you can give us some eyes on it, give us a call, 937-457-1290, and we'll get you on the air and you can help your fellow travelers out there. Appreciate it. Thank you, Will. Sure. Let's talk to Steve in Brookville. Hey, Steve, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, Todd. How are you?
I'm well. So what's happening in Brookville? How much snow did you get?
I'm going to say, just to be on the fair side, that we're probably pushing 14 inches.
Okay. Well, that seems to be what I'm hearing a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of farmland out there where I'm at. So there's places you can look across the fields and still see corn stalks. But then out on my front porch, there was about a 2.5 drift this morning. So 2.5 foot drift. So,
okay. Now,
it varies.
Have you been able to get out of your house and drive around? Or are you still hunkered down, or what's going on?
No, we hunkered down all day yesterday. We dug ourselves out earlier today. So I've been out. I had to make a Walmart run, an Ace Hardware run, a Lowe's run, a Home Depot.
Yeah. Well, hold on. You went all these places. What you got to share with your fellow edgeheads what you bought?
Well, so Walmart didn't have what I wanted.
Okay. Well, what were you looking for?
We needed a space heater for one of our rooms.
Okay.
And a scoop shovel.
Yeah.
Because we broke my scoop shovel shoveling snow.
Oh no, that's a bummer, man.
So it was Walmart to get a space heater, they were out. And then it was to Home Depot and Lowe's, they were out. However, Ace over on Main Street had them.
Oh,
so
nice.
I ended up there.
Nice.
And now I'm back at the grocery store in Brickville getting a gallon of milk.
A gallon of milk. Is there any milk left?
I don't know. I haven't been to the grocery store.
Well, once you get inside and you find out, you'll have to let me know, Steve. That is crazy.
I'll do that. I'll jump on Facebook and let you know whether we got any milk or not.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. How do you deal with being, sort of cramped up in we'll just call it, like, you've heard of the cabin fever, right? Cramped up with somebody else. About how many days can you go before you're like, I got to get the heck out of here?
Not even one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I go, well, we own chickens.
Okay.
So chickens got to be taken care of, so I'm outside no matter what.
So it might be kind of nice to get out and go and talk to the chickens for a little bit.
Well, sometimes I guess if you want to be cuckoo.
Well, sure. All right,
Otherwise,
Steve.
you just need feed and water.
I got you. I appreciate it, buddy. Be safe out there. 937-457-1290. I'd love to listen or talk to the edgeheads that are out there, wherever you might be in the Miami Valley, just like Steve there in Brookville. Like, how are you dealing with this? Are you hanging in there? Are you at your wits' end? How about the kids situation? When I was back in my day, when I was a kid and I lived through the blizzard of 78, I just remember playing out in the snow incessantly for like an entire week. And it was great fun. But my poor parents being cooped up with me and my kid sister all week has got to be tough. So I'm just wondering, because this isn't like good play snow. This isn't good packing snow. There's no snowman making. There's no sledding, really. And it's too cold. You don't want to send your kids out there when it's 5 degrees. What are you doing? Are you playing games? Video games? I had somebody on the live stream. I asked earlier about paying kids to, shovel your driveway. And I think it was Edgehead Kelly. She said that her son was shoveling, but instead of paying him cash, she was paying in video game credits or something. Game credits. That's pretty cool, I guess. 937-457-1290. All right. Looking again at some of these totals. You've probably heard it by now. If you haven't already, we broke the record for the most snowfall over just a couple of day period. The original record was set in 1978 during the blizzard. 12.4 inches or 12.2 inches. That was set in 1978. And at the Dayton International Airport, which I guess is kind of where the record is kept. Like that's the location. 12.4 inches. So we broke the record. A brand new record. Now, some places have gotten more snow than that. From the National Weather Service, Beaver Creek got 14.4. Downtown Dayton, 11.5. Vandalia, 14. Springboro, 12.3. Inglewood, 10.5. West Carrollton, 10 inches. Huber Heights, 9.6. Miamisburg, 9.5. But we've heard some callers today, and in particular up in Springfield, where somebody reported 17 inches of snow. And we do get snow here, obviously, right? We generally know how to deal with it. I mean, some people go a little batty, but generally we do okay with the snow, I think. But this is quite different. This is something that happens once in maybe a decade, if that. I mean, the last time we had this much snow, I think it was, or even close, was, what was it? Was it 2004? I think we were talking about that on Friday night. It was around Christmas time. It was a couple of days before Christmas. And I think we got 10 or 11 inches of snow. But it's just, this is, well, record setting. But it's also the cold and the wind that is going to be blowing at night. Right now, it's not too bad. You know, they've talked about the drifting of snow being a problem. I'm not really seeing that here where we are downtown on South Main. I didn't see it at my house this morning, but we still have a ways to go. I mean, it's only Monday, and they're talking about wind and these cold temperatures all the way through the weekend. So it's going to be an icebox, and the snow's not going anywhere for sure. Coming to the Schuster Center on March 15th. This is kind of cool. It's The Price is Right Live. Now, if you've not seen The Price is Right Live or seen advertisement for it, this is pretty cool. So basically, it's The Price is Right on stage locally, and everybody in the audience could be a contestant. They do the, Bob, come on down. Dalton, come on down. And you right there, you could be one of the ones. We've got tickets to give away. So when you hear the Price is Right theme, which you will hear, I'm going to guess within the hour, be the 10th caller at 937-457-1290. You can get tickets for this at DaytonLive.org. And this Wednesday, I'm supposed to be interviewing a gentleman by the name of Todd Newton. And he has been the host of The Price is Right Live, touring the country for 25 years. I didn't know that The Price is Right Live was even a thing until maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I didn't know that there was a tour. I'm not sure why they never made it to Dayton, but I'll tell you what, I mean, Price is Right. If you grew up, watching TV on sick days back in the 70s and the 80s, Bob Barker was your go-to guy for sure. So be listening for the Price is Right theme. Be the 10th caller, and you're going to score those tickets.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
The W.
Well, I'm hopeful that Austin's going to be here. He said he'd be here just after 4, and it's 4:20, and I haven't seen hide nor hair of him. Could you grab those calls? Dalton, could you grab those calls? Beer. I knew they went down to, weren't they in Cincinnati too, Harvey? I feel like it was Cincinnati.
Activated. We'll break in whenever you need to know about approaching severe weather.
WHIO.
Back to the show, everybody.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, typically Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, but tonight, this afternoon, it's a special Evening Edge edition because of the snow. The snow. That's all everybody's talking about is the snow. So here I is. I'd love to talk to the edge heads out there, wherever you might be. Give us an update from your neighborhood, your neck of the woods. What's happening? Have you been able to get out? You know, I'd love to talk to some snowplow drivers if they're able to call safely. I don't know if the snowplows come equipped with Bluetooth, so you can give me a call while you're plowing. But I'd love to get a report from somebody who's out there plowing. I talked to somebody in the first hour. I think he was working at a Walmart somewhere, and he'd been out there almost 24 hours, I think, off and on, fighting with people driving like idiots in the parking lot. But 937-457-1290 is the telephone number to call. The snow totals we've been talking about, yes, we set a record. 1978 was the record for the most snowfall in a few days. That was the big blizzard of 78. And we had 12.2 inches. The National Weather Service says the official amount, 12.4 from over the weekend. So we've set a new record for snow totals. So here's some questions to ponder if you'd like to be on the show. What shows are you binge watching right now? I would imagine a lot of people are probably not listening to the radio right now, and they're watching Netflix. But if you happen to be, what are you watching? Or Amazon Prime, or wherever it might be. What's the perfect snowy day comfort food or meal? What did you panic buy at the store on Friday that made 0 sense? Usually I don't buy like those little Hostess powdered donuts. And Mary and I, we ran to Meijer on Saturday because, by the way, this is great. She had set up a grocery order at the Kroger in Beaver Creek for Saturday, I think at like 3:00 was a pickup. And I'm pretty sure she scheduled that maybe Thursday. So we get a call at noon on Saturday saying, hey, we're sorry, we're not going to be able to fill your order because our store is closing early and we're so far behind. We can reschedule it for Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, or you can just cancel it. So we canceled it and went to Meijer and got everything we wanted for considerably less, by the way. Kurt in Miamisburg. Hey, Kurt.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. So you're out there snow plowing, huh?
Yes, sir, I am.
Now, are you a private snow plowing company, or are you working for the city?
City of Miamisburg.
All right. So what are your top gripes, Kurt?
My top gripes?
Yeah, I want to hear them. What's
it's
that?
It's hard to gripe when you got plenty of work to do, and, life's good right now. I know there's a lot of snow out there and running this machine and everything, but it's there's plenty going on that's wrong. But I'll tell you what's going right is when you come out, people tell you thank you, and they want to give you hot chocolate and all that stuff. So,
that's nice. That's nice. Now down in Miamisburg, are you having issues with people parking in the street? Is that just something you constantly have to deal with, or?
A lot of these houses don't have driveways, so it's no fault of their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just do what we can, try to accommodate everything the best we can, and we're here for the public.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Well, Kurt, keep up the good work and be safe. How long of a shift are you working today?
Street guys are 16 hours. I'm 12 hours. I'm in water distribution. So if something happens, I got to break away and handle that.
Oh, wow. So are they in the trucks for like 16 hours straight, or do they get breaks in between, or they take breaks?
They get breaks, like we had a resident made us lasagna, crock-potted chili, stuff like that,
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Kurt, thank you for that report. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, buddy. Hang in there.
You too, man. You too. I'm fine, man. The AC has popped off and now the heat is on here in the studio. So I'm a little I'm comfortable right now. I'm comfortable. But that could change any minute. If you'd like to be on the show, 937-457-1290. Give us an update from your neighborhood, what you're seeing, what the story is with you. Love to chat with you.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
That's what I'd like to know, Harvey. Well, he's got to be on TV in a half an hour, so I'm sure he's preoccupied at this point. That's funny. That's a good picture, Clinton. That is true, Harvey.
WHIO Storm Center is currently activated. We'll break in whenever you need to know about approaching severe weather. WHIO.
Be of good cheer and call me.
Call me now! Call me!
He's laughing at us right on the radio.
The least we can do is get him on the radio and talk to him.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Well, there it is. That's the Price is Right theme. Be the 10th caller right now at 937-457-1290. And you're going to score tickets to go see The Price is Right live, happening at the Schuster Center Sunday, March 15th, 7 o'clock. And maybe they'll call your name to come on down. You can get tickets at DaytonLive.org. Be the 10th caller right now. 937-457-1290. Well, back here on the Evening Edge, typically Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, but today is a special Snowmageddon edition of the show. I'll be on until 6 o'clock tonight. Love to chat with you about what you're seeing in your neighborhood, weather-wise, how much snow you got. Are the dogs enjoying it or not? Are you enjoying it or not? 937-457-1290. Let's talk to Dan in Springfield. Hey, Dan, how you doing, man? Hello, Dan. Dan? Dan going once. Dan going twice. Dan is out of here. But I'd like to talk to you. 937-457-1290. It's going to be really, really cold over the next week. We've been talking about it here on WHIO radio with our meteorologists. And there's several warming centers that are going to be opening up in Dayton for Dayton residents. So if you happen to be in a situation where you don't have heat or something goes haywire with your HVAC, whatever the case might be, Monday through Friday, you can check out these locations and go warm yourself up. They're open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. The Greater Dayton Recreation Center at 2021 West 3rd Street. The Lowry Recreation Center at 2366 Glenarm Avenue, and the Northwest Recreation Center at 1600 Princeton Drive. Now, if you are a woman and family or have a family, children who need additional shelter outside of those hours, the 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. time frame, you can go to the St. Vincent de Paul Shelter at 120 West Apple Street. And men can go to the Homeful Shelter at 1921 South Gettysburg Avenue. So if you need more information about that, or you didn't get the locations or addresses, you can check it out on our website, WHIO.com. And speaking of our website, tomorrow morning, I would imagine there's still going to be a slew of school districts that are going to be closed. At the very least, I'm sure delays, but I'm guessing closures just because of the cold and also the snow that obviously is still causing all kinds of problems here in the Miami Valley. So you can get the latest closings and delays and a lot of businesses as well on our website at WHIO.com. We got snow totals. We've been talking about this, but I know people come in and out of the show here on WHIO throughout the afternoon. We set the record. We actually broke the record. 1978 set a new record from the 1978 blizzard. 12.2 inches of snow fell during the blizzard in a 2-day period. This year, over the weekend, 12.4 inches. So we set a new record. Some areas, Beaver Creek, 14.4 inches. These are all numbers from the National Weather Service. Dayton International Airport, that's where they got that 12.4. Downtown Dayton got 11.5. Vandalia got 14. Springboro, 12.3 inches. Inglewood, 10.5. West Carrollton, 10 inches. Huber Heights, 9.6. Miamisburg, 9.5. But we've heard from people on the show today, even like up in Springfield, where some people were seeing as upwards of 16, 17 inches of snow. Now, I don't know if that's because of maybe drifting in those particular areas where it's deeper. But I mean, we haven't seen this much snow in a very long time. And I know that there aren't a ton of people out there on the roads right now. But if you are, and you can safely give us a call, I'd love to hear from you. What's the craziest driving move you've seen on the road today from somebody? Is everybody just kind of keeping things sort of on the level, or are they? Is it just chaos? I drove in earlier and I didn't think it was that bad. Not a lot of traffic. The roads were pretty good. I mean, I was on Linden, Woodman, Patterson, through Kettering and Beaver Creek, Belmont, onto Route 48, Main Street, coming into the station here on South Main. No problem. You just have to take your time. Come on in, Austin. Yeah, real quick. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Sorry, I got caught
That's
up.
okay. Well, that's what I said. I figured, you've got the 5 o'clock coming up here shortly.
Yeah, and we're having to compile all these different reports and everything, and then we have to forecast this crazy cold that's coming our way tonight.
Yeah, so let's talk about the next 24, 48 hours.
Yeah.
What are we looking at?
It's going to be rough. I mean, tonight we're going to get down to around -6 degrees for the actual temperature, but the wind's going to be picking up as well. We have an extreme cold warning through noon tomorrow for wind chills -20 to -30. Yeah.
It sounds like North Dakota or something.
Yeah. I mean,
Minnesota.
It's coming. It's got us.
Yeah. So what about, I saw a couple of posts about this. The, what are they? The ground blizzard.
Ground blizzard.
Explain to people exactly what that is, because I never heard that before.
Right. So a ground blizzard is blizzard-like conditions without the snow actually falling.
Okay.
So if you have powdery snow on the ground and it's picked up by strong winds and it meets the criteria, which is a quarter mile or less visibility, winds of 35 miles an hour for 3 hours or longer, then you have a ground blizzard. We may not get to that officially, but there's a chance of blowing and drifting snow tonight into tomorrow thanks to some pretty strong winds.
Okay, so we were talking about the drifting, because I've not really seen that much yet, but we haven't had the winds that you're talking about.
No, the strongest winds will come in tonight through tomorrow.
Okay.
No, I'm not expecting like giant, tall snow drifts that. But what could happen is on the rural roads that are exposed to the farmland, they may get cleared off, and then the wind will blow that snow right back on over. So that's my main concern through tonight.
Okay. So through the weekend, though, we're still looking at temperatures in the single digits, right?
Yeah. I don't have a high temperature out of the teens until Sunday, and then I only have us at 22. No, I pushed that back one more day. I don't have us out of the teens now until Monday, and I put Monday at 22.
Miserably cold.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be watching at 5 o'clock. So thank you, Austin, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yep. 937-457-1290. Let's talk to Stephanie in Kettering. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, Todd?
I'm doing well. So it sounds like you're on your mobile. Are you out driving?
I am.
Okay. So what are people behaving themselves and playing nicely, or is it it's just mayhem?
And you have people like doing donuts out of their driveways into the street because they can't get out because they can't dig out. So
why?
Funny.
Yeah.
But I have a funny dog story for you.
Yes.
So I have a Great Dane and a Dachshund, right?
Okay.
So I open the door for them to go to the bathroom, and the Great Dane jumps out, and she can clear the snow. So she hit the ground. She was fine.
Yeah.
The Dachshund tried to do the same thing, went nose first.
Disappeared then.
And was covered.
Wow. Now, did she enjoy it though? because some dogs that are small like that, think they're Great Danes and just go nuts and they love it. Like our Lily and Luna, they're both little dogs, little lap dogs. They're just not interested, Stephanie. They don't care.
Yeah,
they hate it.
No. So it's been a struggle to get him to go to the bathroom ever since.
Oh,
and he
man.
will literally go down because it's 3 steps, but they were all covered.
Yeah.
So, he hit the steps, but yeah, he will not go more than 2 feet out of that front door.
Yeah.
So we have some stuff we have to clean up once this stops.
Now, I mentioned this earlier yesterday when it was really coming down and when it was at its worst. Mary came back inside after a couple attempts and said, "I'm lifting the no pooping in the house rule."
Right.
Because it's like, I just can't deal with this. It's too cold to be out there. If they do it, they do it.
And that's what the mudroom's for.
Yeah,
right?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. All right. Well, Stephanie, be safe out there with your doggies, okay?
Will do. You too.
Appreciate it. Rick in Kettering. Hey, Rick, what's shaking, man?
Not too much. Just out here driving.
So do you agree with Stephanie? Is it mayhem out there, or are you experiencing something different, people getting along nicely out there on the roads?
I mean, the main streets are fine, but, you got snowblower guys out there throwing it back on the main street. So that's kind of a challenge for sure.
Yeah. I had my snowblower out yesterday, and I was finding that if I blew it to the south, everything was or kind of the southeast, it was fine. But if I tried to blow it the other direction, it was just blowing back in my face.
That's never fun.
No, it's not. It's not at all. Not at all.
A quick story. I grew up. I was born in '70. Grew up through the blizzard of '78. Lived in Huber Heights.
Okay, yeah.
And back then, it was one of the times there was an alert to shovel the snow off your roof because of the weight of the snow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do remember that.
Now, maybe those were those Huber homes because they were built a little different.
Yeah. Well, this is a different kind of snow, though, because, a lot of the snow, we talked about this on the show on Friday night when meteorologist Nick Dunn was on, that this is not that big, heavy, wet snow. It's because it's so cold. There's not a lot of moisture in it. So it doesn't have that sort of weight. That's why this is great. The snow that we got is like great for snow skiing as the top layer. Because the skiers, they love the powder. And that's normally we don't get that. We get a little bit of that, but usually it's the heavier packing snow because when it snows, it might be 25 or 30 degrees. That allows more moisture to be in the snow. But this is that's not the case here.
See, it's unfortunate because I was really trying to get a reason to put my 15-year-old up on the roof with a snow shovel.
Rick, you know what? You don't need a reason. You just get him up there on your roof with a shovel. Just do
you're
it.
Married, correct?
Yeah, I am married, but I don't have any kids, so I don't worry about it. But I'd love to see it.
Not on the roof with the shovel.
Yeah, I got you.
Love the show.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you, Rick. I have a good one. There you go. Yeah. Why not? Get out on the roof. No, you don't want to do that. If you'd like to chat, 937-457-1290.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
This traffic
To know about approaching severe weather.
WHIO.
Welcome back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, typically Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, but today it's a special winter weather Snowmageddon edition of the Evening Edge. I'll be on until 6 o'clock tonight. And then Sean Hannity will be on directly after that. The live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm talking to Edgeheads out there, finding out what they're dealing with today as far as snow, how much they got, what they've experienced. We've talked to people in Brookville, up in Piqua and Springfield and Kettering and Centerville, all throughout the Miami Valley. And if you'd like to chat, 937-457-1290. Just a couple of questions to think about, because we all deal with this sort of situation differently, right? What TV shows might you be binging? My wife, she started watching The Good Wife, which used to be, I think it was a CBS show in the early 2000s. And that's what she's binging now. It's on all day. All day. What's the perfect snow day comfort food or meal? Obviously, the go-to for many people is chili. I saw a number of people on the live stream and on Facebook mention that they did that. Mary made some really great homemade chicken and noodles last night that we had for dinner, and then I had some for lunch today. So that's positive. What did you panic buy that made 0 sense? Did you rush to the store on Friday when you had to get the bread and milk? What other crazy things did you get? Worst snow driving move you've seen on the road today? We've talked to a couple of people who've been out there. Kind of a mixed bag, to be honest. Some people seem to be behaving well and playing well with others because of the snow-covered roads. Others, it's just it's mayhem. It's Mario Kart. And if you are out right now, are you just running errands? Or do you really have someplace to go? Or do you just need to get out of the house? I bet a lot of people are kind of already at that point with cabin fever. I was grateful to come to work today. I mean, don't misunderstand. I love spending time with my wife and the dogs, but holy cow. And here's the thing. Yeah, I've talked about this on the show. She's still recovering from her surgery that she had on January 5th. So she has not been at work since. She's got one more week of recoup, and then it's back at it. So talk about cabin fever. Holy cow. But yeah, I was glad to get out of the house today. What food do you run out first at your house during a snowstorm? Pet owners, cute snow videos, or just a total disaster? Are the dogs just not loving the snow? And do the cats like to go out in the snow? I'm guessing no. But maybe there's a cat out there that just loves it. Who knows? Snowblower at 6 a.m. When is it too early or too late to use a snowblower? I snowblowed yesterday afternoon, and then I thought about going out last night, and Mary was a little concerned that it might be a little too late. I think it was only like 9 something. So I don't know that was really, really too late. But I went out this morning and removed all the snow that the plows had pushed to the end of my driveway. That was quite fun. Do you prefer to snow, or do you prefer to shovel more often with less snow, or just wait until it's all done and then do it all at once, but then have to contend with the big snow, with all of it? And here's a good one. Social media during snowstorms. Helpful info or panic machine? Yeah, it's here's the thing. When you work in the media, you at least for me, I don't know about anybody else, I try to keep the hype to a minimum. I mean, I'd like talking about the things that people are talking about. right? So, on Thursday and Friday when we were talking about the snow coming in, well, that's what I take my lead from. Like, these are the things that that people are talking about that affect all of our lives. And that's what we did, But seeing some of the posts and all these maps and all this crazy stuff on social media, lots of times just doesn't help, especially when you've got people creating fake AI stuff, But anyway, if you've got a comment, if you'd like to chat, 937-457-1290. Would love to chat with you about what's going on in your area.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
From the birthplace of aviation, WHIO Dayton, WHIO FM Pleasant Hill.
Nobody likes to be told what to think. Our news is right down the middle. Dayton's news and talk is WHIO. Depend on it.
Thousands of Haitians currently living legally in the Miami Valley are about to have that legal status revoked.
They have a lot of anxiety.
So what's next? I'm John Bedell, and I'm investigating the potential impact to kids.
We hope we don't have a lot of kids who don't have parents there anymore, but we have to plan for that.
And the local economy.
These are people who are working every day, and then you take them out. That certainly does not help the economy.
Legal status lost. A two-part News Center 7 I-Team investigation. Today at 5 and 11.
I'm Rodney Highfield with Highfield Door Sales. I would like to introduce you to my beautiful family and our newest addition, Little Miss Cora Ann. For all your garage door and entry door needs, call, click, or visit our showroom. And remember, our doors are always open.
WHIO wants to put you on our payroll. It's the WHIO payroll payout. Get ready, Dayton. It is go time. It's your shot right now to win $1,000.
This hour's $1,000 keyword is lazy. L-A-Z-Y. Enter it now and get on the WHIO payroll. Again, the keyword is lazy.
You've never seen the money flow like this. WHIO. This is the station Dayton turns to first for live team coverage of breaking news. WHIO, Dayton Springfield. Over 90 years as the Miami Valley's weather, traffic, and news station. Depend.
Really, what isn't supposed to air are the commercials. If you hear the news, you hear the traffic, You hear the weather. That's okay. It's really the news or the commercials, rather. That's the big thing. But I don't think anybody's going to chase me down. Money for nothing.
Sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Refresh your ride with brand new tires at unbeatable prices. Plus, buy 4 new tires and get 4 free oil changes and additional $300 value. Make an appointment today at GrismerTire.com. We've got a few accidents around the Miami Valley you might need to know about. Wilmington Avenue north of Patterson. Cops are on the scene of that one. Lexington and North Broadway. Salem Avenue north of Philadelphia. Another crash on North Main Street in Helena. And Old Riverside crash near the Stillwater Park Apartments. Extreme cold starts at 6 this evening. It's a warning. We can have some refreezes tonight. Watch your step. I'm Will Harris, WHIO Triple Team Traffic.
Center is currently activated. We'll break in whenever you need to know about approaching severe weather. WHIO.
It's time for something different.
There's been enough thinking. Don't bring up politics. Don't bring up religion.
Don't be so serious about everything.
This aggression will not stand, man.
Let's just chill, huh? Let's have some fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. You know, yeah, it's just a goofy name, okay? Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. If you're just joining us, you've missed 2 hours of the show. You're thinking, what? Yeah, today, I started at 3 because of all the snow. We've been talking to edge heads out there about what they're seeing in their neighborhoods. The Snowmageddon Mayhem that has overtaken the Miami Valley. So if you got any comments on that, 937-457-1290, how you're dealing with it, how your kids are dealing with it, how the dogs are dealing with it, how your neighbors, on and on and on. I'd love to chat with you. We're going to, I want to listen in on WHIO TV a little bit. Dalton, can you pop that up? Just
live, local,
right.
late breaking.
Keep it
from the
lower.
WHIO Broadcast Center in Dayton.
I just want to hear what they're doing because they've got all their reporters out.
And good Monday afternoon to you. Progress might be one of the best words of the day, especially with improving conditions on most of the main roads. But we will soon face a much different problem.
Check out these photos from Kettering. You can see it's going to take some time to get all the snow.
Lots of snow. Lots and lots of snow.
Like across the Miami
Just
Valley.
imagine a lot of snow.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Gabrielle Enright.
And I'm James Brown. We have live Storm Center 7 team coverage from the biggest snowfall in Dayton's history to now the big dig outs. And let's start with Storm Center 7 Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney. Austin, we got a ton of snow out there, and that's going to make it even colder.
Yeah, anytime that you have a really thick snowpack, it makes it easy to get extremely cold at night. We have a thick snowpack. We have an already cold air mass, and that combination is going to be problematic over the next couple of days. Check out, though, the numbers just real quick for where we stand this season. The last storm, the one over the weekend that just came through here, dumped 14 inches of snow officially in Dayton. That brings our season total to a whopping 31.6 inches of snow. Keep in mind, we average 25 inches usually every winter. So we're already to 31.5 inches, and it's still only January. So we shift our attention from the big snow now to that extreme cold moving in. We have the first ever extreme cold warning issued for the entire Miami Valley as we go through tonight into the middle part of the day tomorrow for wind chills -20 to -30. You can see why. Actual temperatures right now, 5 degrees here in Dayton, 6 in Troy, 9 degrees in Xenia. The wind starting to pick up a little bit, gusts 15 to 20 miles per hour. That's already sending wind chills down -10 or colder. In my Storm Center 7 forecast, let's map out when the coldest time frame will be and what problems this wind will continue to bring us.
All right, lots to talk about today, Austin. Our live Storm Center 17 coverage continues in Clark County with John Bedell. And John, you talk with Springfield about plowing streets.
And you also caught up with neighbors getting snow off their driveways, sidewalks, and cars.
James and Gabby, I want to show you where we're at here in Springfield. This is Lagonda and Jasper. You can see all that bare pavement on Lagonda. On a side street like Jasper, a little bit. Not as much. And then you can see here on the corners of these four-way intersections where city crews have pushed the snow to get it off the road. When I hopped in a city plow this afternoon at lunchtime, the road temperatures were 19 degrees.
I want to ride in the plow.
Told me, hey, if we can get that sunshine from today to heat up these spots of bare pavement, even just up into the mid-20s, that would really go a long way in helping them with snow removal. This is the street where we met people doing some of their own snow removal work today.
On Monday, we met Keith Glancy with his trusty snowblower.
Yeah, very handy. Much better than the shovel.
He was using it to dig his car out of the snow.
It's been a job. It's not everything that machine can do to get it moved because it's so deep.
He was one of several people we saw doing the same thing on the streets of Springfield Monday.
We got Gwen and Brett came down to help their poor elderly neighbor.
That's as good neighbors to have.
Good neighbors, yes.
We talked to Gail Davidson minutes after a city snowplow came down her street.
I'm glad the snowplows, they came down and went back and forth about 3 or 4 times, and that made a big difference.
Zane Sievert was the driver in that plow. I was with him in the cab as we drove through Gail's neighborhood. I talked to his boss, Chris Moore, about road conditions in the city as of lunchtime Monday.
I feel really good about the primary streets. The secondary streets, we have them plowed back, and the salt is starting to work, and we're about 3/4 through the neighborhoods.
Moore told me his crews expect to get through all their neighborhoods by 6 p.m. Monday. He said the volume of snow the storm dumped on Springfield is making the work of getting through neighborhood streets take 3 times longer than they normally expect.
8 inches of snow might be double 4 inches of snow, but it takes much more than twice as long. There's kind of an exponential factor when you start getting into these deep snows.
We're getting there. We're getting dug out.
Yeah, and I saw more than one person here in Springfield today giving Zane a thumbs up as he went by, either from their front porch or in a lot of cases as they were digging out on the street, working on their driveways and their walks and such. And, you know, James, we certainly appreciate the work of all the snowplow drivers who got across the Miami Valley trying to get our roads passable and get dug out after getting dumped on like we did yesterday.
You know, absolutely, John, you are correct. Hey, for folks who might not have seen our coverage yesterday, John, you put your back and you put your legs into helping a car get unstuck. I guess my question is, did you pick up a shovel today out there in Springfield and help people shovel some walks?
Not today in Springfield, but we did. We were talking to some of these folks and we're talking to them as they were doing some of the work, but we did some of the heavy lifting yesterday, James. Yeah.
All right. You're back okay, right? You're not calling off sick tomorrow for helping get that car unstuck yesterday?
No, we're good. Hey, just trying to do the good deed for the day yesterday.
Amen,
got 2 on the scorecard for yesterday. So
Amen.
Just trying to help some folks out where they need it, you know?
Stick with us, and we will show John at work yesterday getting that car unstuck in a different part of the Miami Valley. John Bedell live this afternoon in Clark County. Thanks, John. You know, along with all of our viewing area under some sort of snow emergency, here's a look at what 1, 2, and 3 mean. Right now, 4 are under a level 1 emergency, meaning roads are dangerous, drivers should be careful. 9 are at a level 2. Only people who think it's necessary to drive should be out on the road. People should check with their employer about whether to go to work. And last night and part of this morning, more than a half dozen counties were at a 3. That meant only emergency crews were supposed to be on the roads.
In Dayton, dozens of plow drivers spent the last 48 hours or so on so-called primary or feeder roads. Our live Storm Center 7 team coverage continues now with Mike Campbell in Montgomery County. And Mike, you learned there were some challenges with the main roads.
Well, especially here in downtown Gabrielle, downtown snow removal is a big challenge. One of the reasons is because stores and government agencies, well, they don't want all the snow piled 3 foot high on sidewalks. They're trying to be pedestrian friendly, right? But what that means is that crews in downtown Dayton actually end up scooping all the snow into the center lanes of all the streets. And what that means is then you have to bring in extra crews, front end loaders and dump trucks to remove it all. Is the sound echoing across downtown Dayton. A small contingent of front-end loader and dump truck drivers clearing out dozens of snow piles left on every downtown street.
With downtown having all the sidewalks and the pedestrians that, walk from building to building, that's the main reason why we do that, and, limited parking as well.
This approach is designed to avoid that problem, but it is a labor-intensive solution. And once those trucks are loaded, the snow has to go somewhere. We discovered those trucks dumping all the snowpack in a huge open lot near Triangle Park. That is just one area of a huge snow removal operation.
We've been able to staff full runs 24/7. We've got about 44 trucks that's out on all the assigned routes.
Those drivers spent Saturday night through Monday afternoon working primary roads. The street maintenance department expects to be able to send trucks and plows into neighborhood streets late Monday afternoon. That is a slower process as crews have less room to move.
If they can move off the street, it helps us to move through faster, and we're able to do a better job, for them. So if they can, it is a big help to us.
All right, that's fine. You can bring it down. We've got meteorologist Nick Dunn on the line. I want to talk to him. Hey, Nick, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Todd, I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
I'm well. Now, I know you were out shoveling a little while ago. Were you using proper shoveling technique?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I even brought over my nephew as well to help dig us out. Made a big difference.
That's the right technique, is get somebody else to come and do it.
Well, we kind of tag team it.
No, but, I got you.
Yeah, but Todd, I'll tell you, I live over here in Clark County. We had 15 inches of snow where I'm at, and felt every bit of that out there today.
Yeah. It was, I was out there a little bit. I mentioned this earlier. Yesterday, probably, 3 or 4 in the afternoon is when I went out with the snow blower and took care of our driveway and our sidewalk. And I made pretty good use of that. It took me about an hour to get it done. And then this morning I went out and I didn't really have to do much on the driveway, but all the snow plows had sort of pushed the road snow in front of my driveway and all the other driveways down the street. And it turned out to be even more of a challenge because we were talking 2.5, in some instances, almost 3 feet of snow that just got pushed right in there. And it was big, clumpy, blocky snow. It wasn't powdery,
Yeah, and I felt that too. We were gonna try to, start with the easy stuff and then end with, the spot of the harder snow down there at the end of the driveway.
Yeah.
I kind of wish we had flipped that around because, both me and my nephew together, we were like, yeah, we were both kind of like regretting doing the very end of the driveway last, but you know what? We got it done.
Yeah.
But the wind's gonna be picking up tomorrow, so I hate to say it, but some folks, if you got your driveways clear, you might have to clear them again tomorrow.
Yeah, we're talking about because of the wind and the drifting of snow. What's the timeline on that? Because I had Austin Cheney on a half an hour ago, and we talked about the fact that tonight it might kick up a little bit, but what are we looking at as far as wind gusts tomorrow and the drifting and the timeline on that?
Yes, the wind has already kind of picked up now, and I suspect that it will, kind of remain steady throughout much of the overnight hours. And I've already noticed some drifting in some spots. Even just my neighbor's driveway across the street. If you don't have your snow piles high enough, in some cases, the wind is just going to, blow right through that. Some strong gusts tomorrow, 30, maybe even 35 miles an hour.
Wow.
You add in, the blowing snow in some of the rural areas, you could easily get some reduced visibility, which makes it tricky to drive. And I really feel for these township and county plows who are probably going to be on rotating 12s, I would guess, for at least the next few days.
Oh, yeah.
Until the winds kind of die down a little bit more. But I think during the daytime tomorrow, we feel the gusts at their strongest.
Okay, yeah. We talked to a snowplow driver earlier. I think he said, was it Miamisburg, Dalton, maybe? But he said that a lot of the drivers were on 16-hour shifts.
Oh.
Yeah. Brutal.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely brutal. But, and then the other concern, too, with folks being out that I have is just the wind chills. Earlier this winter, there was a point on a Sunday morning where Dayton had the coldest wind chill in the whole state. I don't think that's going to verify this time around, but, minus 20 to minus 30, that's not easy out there when you're trying to keep your driveway clear either.
That is the truth. Now, what about into the weekend? I mean, as long as the temperatures are not going above freezing, we're stuck with this snow. And I'm curious, once we do sort of maybe, get to that point where we start to see some melting, does this snow, because it's very powdery, does it react differently than like the typical harder pack snow? Or, I don't know what the big difference is in the snow besides solid pack and dust or whatever.
Yeah. No. So what would be nice is if we could do some decent melting of the top couple layers of snow on during the day at some point. If we could ever get above freezing, we could just melt a couple of top layers, and then at night, if that refreezes again, that would help at least some of the blowing and drifting issues a little bit, not totally, but a little bit. The other interesting part is, once we start to do a little bit of melting, the snow will start to settle a little bit more, which will kind of turn it into more of this like packing type of snow a little bit. Not necessarily, super, you can just pick it up and it just becomes, like an easy to, snowman type of snow.
Right.
You should notice a difference once we start to warm up at some point. But, if you've been checking our weather app, or, if you're watching Austin now, it's certainly going to be at least a week before we could even maybe get back in the lower 20s for a couple days. Was chatting with our friends at the Weather Service a little earlier today, looking at some of their stats for cold. This could potentially rival one of the top 10 longest streaks, or top 15 longest streaks maybe, of amount of nights below zero in a row.
Wow. So it's a record-setting year.
Yeah, at the rate we're going, yeah. I haven't dug into a ton of other stats on that, but you can rest assured that we will be checking that as we go through the rest of this week. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of spots, if you have a backyard thermometer or a home weather station at home, I wouldn't be surprised if you have a couple nights this week with the air temperature dropping to 10 below zero. That's without the wind.
Wow. Is this the most snow that you've ever dealt with as a meteorologist? weather expert?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of my days growing up when I was interested in weather, I can remember the Christmas storm of '04 just a little bit.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. I lived in Fort Wayne, Indiana at the time. I think we got just a little bit less snow there than here. But either way you slice it, I mean, I think that was the last time I can remember this much. Then a lot of folks bring up the blizzard of '78 still, and I know we've been talking about that a lot, but I also did some digging, and our last official blizzard warning was back in 2012. So even that's been a long time. So of course, it was the amount of snow, not necessarily the experience of the storm, but the amount of snow is what surpassed. We set the airport from that measurement level. And it was funny yesterday, we weren't sure if we were going to get there because at 5 o'clock, when the climate report comes out each day from the Weather Service, they said we were only at 11.5 inches. And I messaged Austin. I said, I don't know if we're going to get there. It's going to be close. It was still snowing at that time, so the chance was there. But
right.
A little bit of an inside of me kind of smiled when we broke that record because it's like, we're a part of history now.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. We are. Well, Nick, I appreciate it. We got to run here. We got commercials to play. So I appreciate you calling the show tonight and being on and talking about the weather and what's in store with the cold. So thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hopefully you stay safe and stay warm, and the rest of the listeners too.
I will. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. There you go, folks. Nick Dunn, Storm Center 7 meteorologist.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out.
T-O-double-D.
H-O-double-L-S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
TJ, who might that be?
Do you want some hot sauce? Do I want some hot sauce? Brian, I don't. Well, I know a number of Brians, but I don't know which Brian you're referring to. Yeah, I think Brian was on my show, wasn't he?
We'll break in whenever you need to know about approaching severe weather. WHIO.
Everybody, could I have your attention, please?
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Now, hold on, dummy. Just you listen to me.
Now, listen to me carefully.
Boys got something to say to me? Why don't you talk in the microphone?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. I've got a pair of tickets to give away to see John Mellencamp. It's going to be at Riverbend Music Center July 19th. We gave these away last week, but we had one or two nights where we didn't get to the contest, and I promised that we would do it tonight. So here we are. Be the fifth caller, 937-457-1290. And you can take a John Mellencamp lyrical trivia current events quiz. It's a mouthful, but you'll win the tickets if you take the quiz. So be the fifth caller right now at 937-457-1290. By the way, we were on early today, in case you are just joining us. We went on at 3 o'clock today to talk about the snow, and we've talked to a lot of edge heads out there about what the weather and the snow is like in their neighborhoods and what they were seeing and their experiences and so forth. And I appreciate everybody who called in on that. But tonight's show is only going until 6 o'clock. And then Sean Hannity's going to be on after 6. So just be prepared. Gird your loins. But we have been talking about the snow. In case you've missed it, we broke a record that was previously set during the blizzard of 78 of 12.2 inches. We broke that yesterday, 12.4, the official count at the from the National Weather Service out at the Dayton International Airport. But that is far from the most that of snow that we received. We've got in Beaver Creek, they got 14.4. Vandalia got 14. Springboro got 12.3. Other areas got a little bit less officially, but there's going to be all kinds of, locations where there's some that's higher, some that's lower. We talked to somebody earlier today in Springfield who said that out where they live out in the country, they have one area with 17 inches. 17 inches. So we broke the record. We broke the record. And, hopefully we won't have to deal with this again this year. I think once a decade would be fine, because the last time we had a big old snowstorm that really dumped a lot of snow was back in 2004, around Christmas time. I mean, if we could go that much, go that long in between the next big snowfall, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. All right, we've got Jackie in Eaton. Hey, Jackie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You want to take the current events quiz to win some tickets to John Mellencamp?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it going here.
Oh, my God. Listen, everybody.
It's the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz.
A quiz, hot shot.
Can you answer the question?
I bet you think you're pretty smart, huh?
Now, here's your host, Todd Hollst.
Sponsored locally by Titan Graphics. All right, Jackie, you were playing for tickets to see John Mellencamp. He's going to be at Riverbend Music Center on July 19th. Now, normally when we do a current events quiz, Jackie, I'll give you 3 questions from the news and 3 possible answers. And the answer is always
C.
C, that is correct. However, tonight, a little different. These are, don't worry. It's the answer's still C. Okay.
Okay.
But this is a lyrical trivia question. So I'm going to give you lyrics from John Mellencamp's song, I Need a Lover, and you just have to sort of finish the lyric or answer the question. It's very simple.
Okay.
Jackie, I promise you're going to win. Everybody wins on current events quiz because on this show, because we don't want losers. We only want winners, Jackie.
Okay.
Okay. All right, here's question number 1. In the song, I Need a Lover, what kind of lover does he need? A, one that won't eat his leftovers. B, one that won't steal the bed covers. Or C, one that won't drive him crazy.
B.
You got it. See? Very easy. Very easy to play. All right, here's the next question. In the song, I Need a Lover, what are all the Stonies dancing to? A, the voices in their heads, B, the sound of a train, or C, the radio.
B, the radio.
You got it. Now, before we get to the third question, I would be remiss, Jackie, if I didn't ask you how you're dealing with the weather.
Doing well.
Yeah.
I'm a nurse. So I was at work.
Oh, so you had to truck it in. There's no excuses. You had to be there.
I did, yes.
Wow. Now, how long was your shift? Did you have to work extra because people couldn't get in, or?
I did not. I had an 8-hour shift. So.
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
No.
I saw a report on Channel 7 the other night. There was a woman whose, I guess, boyfriend or husband or somebody was driving her to work because she too was a nurse, but his car got stuck, so she had to walk the rest of the way.
Wow.
Yeah, and she did it. She did it. So kudos to her, and kudos for you for not calling off. That's great. All right, here's the last question for the big win. In the song I Need a Lover, he sings that he needs a girl to A, darn his socks and then go away, B, cook a meal, then go away, or C, thrill him and then go away.
B.
You are correct. There you go, Jackie. You are the big winner. Now,
thank you very much.
Of course. Now, hang on. We're going to get your details, and we will get those tickets to you eventually when the promoter sends them to me, okay?
Okay, thanks.
So be safe out there. And again, good job for showing up to work yesterday.
Well, thank you.
There you go. Hang on the line, and that's how you play the current events quiz. We have a Florida man story.
Florida man shines with every single crime, stupefying and
man is always ambitious. Well, actually, we have two quality Florida man stories. The first one, I had a couple of people send this to me today. So I think one was Bill, the retired cop, the official retired cop of the Evening Edge. This comes from Brevard County down in lovely, balmy Florida. A man was arrested after he's accused of, quote, driving a car on fire. This happened on US 92. Well, first he was arrested for DUI, but he was also driving a car that was on fire. The driver, 60-year-old, was charged for driving under the influence and refusing to submit to DUI testing after witnesses told deputies that the man had stopped, but eventually got back in the vehicle and began driving with heavy smoke coming out of the vehicle. After a short distance, it stopped again. Only now flames were taking over the vehicle, and the guy drove away again. This was shared on Facebook. When deputies arrived, Brevard County Fire Rescue was observed putting out a brush fire that allegedly was started by the burning vehicle. Deputies said the man was driving with his wife inside the burning vehicle. He escaped and was barely able to help his wife escape from the fire. As deputies began talking to the man, they realized they were even more problems as he smelled like booze. Well, you don't want to be full of booze and be around open flame. Maybe that's what happened. He said he only had one beer earlier. However, a bottle of liquor was located on the floorboard, which was in line with the work called, which is our line of work is called a clue. Oh, that's what the deputies were saying. I like that one. And here's the second one. This violates one of my hard, fast rules of not using food as a weapon. But I really question this whole situation, to be honest. 28-year-old St. Petersburg, Florida man is behind bars and could be facing 5 years in prison after cops say he attacked another man with a ketchup pack. A ketchup pack. It happened at the bus station there in St. Petersburg Monday night. The victim reportedly observed the man, described as a transient, appearing to be passed out there in the bus station, so he went and checked on his well-being. After the man came to, he became irate at the Good Samaritan and aggressively walked towards him. He pulled out a ketchup pack and hurled it at the man, hitting him on the jacket, apparently causing the packet to open. When cops arrived, they found the packet on the floor with ketchup pouring out. The incident, which would normally be handled as a misdemeanor, was elevated to third-degree felony because the ketchup pack perp had a previous conviction for battery. Wonder if it was a mustard pack in that incident. Who knows? He was also charged with possession of cocaine. But see, here's my question. Now, I can understand if you really are attacked, like, the Good Samaritan goes up to this person who he thinks might be in some peril, and it turns out that he's not, and he gets irate, and he comes at you. Now, if he really attacked you, like really, really hurt you, 100% call the cops. But if all the guy does is throw a ketchup pack at you, just walk on. Just move on. I mean, the guy's not right for doing that, right? He's not right for throwing the ketchup pack. But now this guy's facing 5 years in prison because he had a previous conviction. I think I would have just been like, dude, I'm glad you're okay. See you later. But to call the cops over a assault with a ketchup pack, what am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
Double D.
H. Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
This trapper
Neither am I, Rhonda. Tomorrow's going to be normal. I'll be on at 5. You're not getting any voice, Rhonda? I'm right here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sometimes I'm deep in thought. Asking questions like, what is it all for?
From the birthplace of aviation, WHIO Dayton, WHIO FM Pleasant Hill.
Nobody likes to be told what to think. Our news is right down the middle. Dayton's news and talk is WHIO. Depend on it. The WHIO Storm Center is currently activated. We'll break in whenever you need to know about approaching severe weather. WHIO.
And now for our devoted listeners, back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Well, that's the show. Thanks for listening tonight. I'll be back tomorrow, normal time, just after 5 o'clock. We gave you a little extra today for all the snow coverage. But things will be back to normal tomorrow. Don't forget, every Friday is Hot Hat Friday. So if you're a local business and you'd like a little free publicity, all you got to do is send me a ball cap or a knit hat or a cowboy hat or a fez or a top hat or something with your logo on it. And I'll wear it some Friday night on the live stream and give you some shout outs on the air. Plus, I will share your Facebook page with all of the edge heads out there. Just a nice little way for local businesses to be a part of this show. So if you'd like to send it to me, send it to WHIO Radio, Evening Edge, 1611 South Main Street, Dayton, Ohio, 45405. You can get that address on my Facebook page as well. Just look for the Hot Hat Head logo. Hot Hat Friday logo. I really should have come up with a better name for that, but I'm stuck with it. I've been doing this now for a couple of years, so it is what it is. All right. Don't forget you can get the podcast of the show at eveningedgetodd.com or many other podcast platforms. Have a terrific Monday night, and I'll see you tomorrow just after 5.
And with that, folks.
All right, everybody, have a great night. See ya.